Hello friends, welcome to the August 7 special. An intriguing story of how a small venture with 20 employees in a war-torn country morphed into a global pioneer in electronics and telecommunication. The story of Sony. I'm Shweta Singh on Economics Exclusive, back with a landmark event in business and economics that happened on this day in history. On August 7 in 1955, Tokyo Tsushin Kogyo, Tokyo Telecommunications Corporation, which we all know today as Sony, sold its first transistor radios. In those times, Japanese electronics were not taken seriously in Europe and America. But all of this was to change after August 7, 1955. The founders, Masaru Ibuka and Akio Morita, took the patent and license from Bell Laboratories in US, and within a year, the TR-55 hurtled down the assembly line. It was unlike any other gadget produced in Japan. Cheap, useful and reliable. TR-55 served as a template for almost all portable gadgets used today. The following year they released the TR-63 model, the world's smallest transistor radio. Marketed as the pocketable radio, it was such a hit in US market that a Japan Airlines flight had to be chartered to meet the demand. Sony literally flew out to the world with the TR-63. In 1958, the company changed its name to Sony, the global brand made in Japan, and also began a long timeline of product and technology milestones, which established Sony as a synonym for innovation. First came the lightweight portable transistor TV, called the Micro TV. And then the Trinitron color TVs in 1968 took the world by storm. Impressive, isn't it? The Sony Walkman too was one legend. Out in 1969, this portable cassette player became Sony's most successful brand of all times. The 1980s can be called the Walkman decade. It also gave birth to the aerobics craze, making exercise more entertaining with music. Soon, Sony came up with the world's first CD player, first camcorder, set up Sony Music, Sony Pictures Entertainment, and got into gaming with PlayStation console in 1994. Then there was the personal computer Vaio, the Bravia TV series, Sony Mobile Communications Blu-ray disc, and the endearing entertainment robo Aibo. In 1995, Sony entered India as Sony India Private Limited. It operates in electronics, movies, TV entertainment and music. But all this said, Sony has witnessed stagnation in the last decade. Analysts say that it has become too large, too diverse, with a fragmented bureaucratic management. Looking at this a little more closely, we can easily see that Sony was the Apple of its time. It would charge a premium for its electronics and consumers wouldn't mind paying because it was way ahead of competition in terms of quality and innovation. But in the 1990s and 2000s, when the world electronic market was changing, Sony remained in a lethargic high-cost framework, stuck in vertical hierarchy. Competitors from China, Korea and Taiwan crept past Sony with value products from the low-cost outsourcing and assembly production. The slide actually began with the launch of Apple's iPod in 2001, which completely beat the Walkman. Then Samsung eroded its power position in the TV segment, Warner Brothers surged past in the entertainment sector, and Sony Xperia Mobile no longer has any relevant presence in the smartphone segment. It exited Indian market in 2019. In the 2010s, Sony made profits not by selling electronics, but by selling financial services. It's doing comparatively well in the gaming sector though. PS4 sold 17 million units in 2016, and there is a considerable buzz around the release of PS5 in 2020 holiday season. It remains to be seen how Sony adapts further to changing times and whether it is able to streamline itself and sustain the rebound that is being observed since 2018. That's Sony for you on 7th August. Please comment on how you found this story and if there's something special you would like me to cover. Thank you for watching. See you soon.